Imagination. I'm your host, Daniel Likus, and today we enter a world where meaning is not demanded, only invited. Abstract poetry is not a straight road, it's a short line of light where waves we ride descend faster than we can name what we start off. In this space, the listener is not a student. The listener is a co-creator, shaping its line with memory, mood, and weather inside them. Some poems arrive like answers. Abstract poems arrive like doors, slightly open, with light leaking through crack you cannot measure. We are taught that words must behave. Here, words are allowed to be wild, to wander, to refuse the job description assigned them. Think of this episode as a gallery of sound. Each paragraph is a canvas and each pause is a frame. In abstract poetry, a sentence does not need to finish. Sometimes the unfinished is the most faithful representation of being human. There are thoughts we cannot explain without shrinking them. Abstract poetry protects those thought or thoughts from being reduced. Let us begin with a small premise. You do not have to understand to be moved. Feeling as a format of knowing. Close your eyes if you can, or keep them open. Either way, listen like the world speaking softly from another room. The first image, a clock without numbers. It still tick, it still insists, but cannot prove what time it is. The second image is a word that tastes like metal. You say it once, and your mouth remembers it for days. The third image is staircase that climb into fog. You climb anyway, trusting the motion more than the destination. Abstract poetry is built from these kinds of images, not because they are logical, but because they are true in different language. Traditional poetry often hands you as a map. Abstract poetry hands you compass and asks you notice which way your heart turns. Some people fear ambiguity, but ambiguity is where imaginations breathe. We live in a world that demands clarity. Abstract poetry is a quiet rebellion against that demand. When the world says, explain yourself, the poem says, feel me first. Here's the line for you. The sky forgot its color and wore my thoughts instead. Don't solve it, let's see it. Notice what happens when you stop chasing meaning. Often meaning begins chasing you. Abstract poetry is not nonsense, it's a sense that refuses to be simplified. It is the mind speaking in symbols, the way dreams speak when they are too honest and to be direct. Sometimes we need symbols because reality is too sharp. The symbol becomes so soft cloth we wrap around a hard truth. Sometimes we need fragment because life is fragmented. We're not always whole, so why must a poem pretend to be? Listen to this. I folded yesterday into a color that never learned how to speak. If it resonates, that is enough. Now imagine a room made of chaos and, of course, echoes. You enter and your footsteps return as someone else's voice. In the room, you try name that you are feeling. The labels fall off shelves like tight boots. So you stop naming. You start noticing. A brief can be metaphor. A sign can be a paragraph. Pose can be confession. Abstract poetry respects silence. Silence is not absence of content. It's a presence of depth. In conversations, silence can be awkward. In poetry, silence can be scared. Consider the way window holds both inside outside, separates but also connects. The human mind is a window. We look out, but we also redirect back themselves. Abstract poetry lives in a reflection. It is a self trying to describe itself without a mirror that lies. Here's another offering. My name is drifted off the page and landed in the ocean of tomorrow. Keep it or let it go. The point is not ownership, the point is encounter. Poetry becomes powerful when it meets you where you are, not where the poet expects you to be. That is why poetry changes each time you hear it. Your inner world changes, so the poem changes too. Think of a melody you love years ago. Listen again today, and it becomes a different song because you are a different listener. Abstract poetry is a melody without fixed lyrics. It adapts in your internal season. Some seasons are bright, some seasons are heavy. The poem does not judge the weight you carry. It simply sits beside you and speaks in a language that does not require a defense. People often ask, what does it mean? Sometimes the answer is, it means you are alive and not lost. Sometimes the answer is, it means you felt something and that is the message. If you know the conclusion, let me this. Meaning is not always a destination. Sometimes meaning is the movement itself. And if you need a rule, let it be this. You're allowed to interpret the poem differently tomorrow than you did today. This is not consistency, this is growth. As we close, hold on the image for this episode, just one, and carry it gently, like a warm cup on a cold day. Let it linger in your mind without interrogation. Let it become a quiet companion. Thank you for listening to Abstract Poetry. This is Daniel Lucas, and I will meet you again where language lessons its time. More to come, people. See you soon.